Hello, hockey fans, and welcome back to the Rockford IceHogs Broadcasting Network. Joseph Zakshesky with you, joined alongside head coach Jeremy Collion for the Forest City Diagnostic Imaging diagnosis of the game as the IceHogs squaring off against the Texas Stars here this evening. Game number 2 of a 4-game road trip and a 2-game set starting here in Cedar Park. And, Coach, let's go ahead and dive into Game 1. Looking back for this Rockford IceHogs group, a 4-2 victory on Wednesday in San Antonio, but it wasn't the easiest of wins for the IceHogs. Pretty much from the second and third period on, down 2 men due to injury, and it seemed like it was one of the more nitty-gritty games for this group, but at the same time, a good character win for the IceHogs.
Yeah, it was. I think, as you said, we went down to 10 forwards there. Once, we pushed Norrell back to D. And I think we almost got better, though. I thought the first period, especially, and parts of the second, were trading chances with them, and we don't love doing that. We don't need to. I think we'll create enough on our own. We don't need to be trading 2-on-1s and 3-on-2s and 4-on-3s back and forth. Deals was really good. He made some big saves for us, but I think we kind of counted on him unnecessarily. But in saying that, we found a way to come out of the first 2-2, and I don't really think we deserve that. But scored a couple big goals, and then all of a sudden we get to start over. And I thought second and third period was better, and I think we controlled the play the last 2 periods, but I think we can still be better.
How difficult was it for the adjustments for Rockford going into that second and third period, down 2 guys, and it looked like you're almost being maybe a little bit more conservative in what you did with the puck? You talked about not wanting to give up a lot of odd man rushes and maybe so much a track meet as what you may have seen in that first period, but from a coaching standpoint, how did you pivot and adjust? Because that's a pretty tough scenario to be put into.
Yeah, I think it's something we talked about after the first period. Just we don't need to be when you're going back and forth and trading 3-on-2s and 4-on-3s, it's tough on your forwards because we're asking them to track. They got to go goal line a couple times. Then the next time their turn comes up, maybe don't have the juice that they need to be effective. So that was something. I think we did a good job, our guys, of staying fresh and trying to get ahead of the change before you're tired, and that's what you have to do. But I think I'd love to see that more when we have the full group. And I think can be more effective with how we spend our energy. We don't need to be out there for a minute plus because it does affect your next rotation. So that's something we talked about. And as far as adjustments, that's the beauty of having Norrell in the lineup. He's we're very comfortable with him on defense, and he's been killing penalties already on defense. So for him to go back there and do a job like he did, we're not surprised by it, and credit to him.
For the Rockford IceHogs, now what are the updates on those 2 injured players that left in the first period? It was forward Tanner Caro and defenseman Luke Snuggerud. How do they look? Because right now going into a 2-game set against Texas, you mentioned you'd like to see a full group, but will that be happening for the IceHogs?
Yeah, both those guys, they won't play tonight. More than that, it's day-to-day. We'll see how it goes. Obviously we know they're not available right now, but medical guys, they'll do everything they can to get them ready, and at the same time we got some depth, so we don't need to be playing guys if they're not 100%. So we'll take it from there.
And with that being said, it looks like defenseman Joni Tulula might be making his North American debut. What do you expect from that youngster as he jumps out tonight against an equally as hungry Texas Stars team?
Yeah, we're excited to get him in. He's been here a while now, a couple weeks, and just a great kid. Carries himself well, and he's got pro experience already, so I don't think it's going to be that big of an adjustment for him. Yeah, it's a small ice, but we think he can adapt well, and it's a great opportunity for us to get a look at him and see what he can bring for us.
Tonight is the third of 4 meetings between the IceHogs and Texas Stars. The last time you saw this group was late February. Now, certainly both teams in the postseason hunt, both teams sitting in 4th place of their respective divisions, maybe feeling a little heat from underneath, but also trying to chase the teams above them. What about this Texas Stars group have you seen over the last couple of weeks in this postseason hunt that you'll be circling in on here tonight?
Yeah, it's fun to play teams that are in the mix, and certainly this is a big game for them. They need to continue to get points to lock up their spot, and we're in the same boat where we need to get points ourselves to fend Milwaukee off. At the same time, we're looking up. I think it's important to look up, and if we do our job here, we can put some pressure on the teams above us, and we'll see what happens.
Jeremy, I appreciate your time. Thanks. Good luck tonight.
You bet. Thank you.
Hey, Coach Jeremy Collion joining us here on the Rockford IceHogs Broadcasting Network for the Forest City Diagnostic Imaging Diagnosis of the Game as the IceHogs and Texas Stars get together for the first of 2 meetings here in Cedar Park. You're listening and watching Rockford IceHogs Hockey on the IceHogs Broadcast Network.